Blood, tender breasts, ice cream, all the feels, cramps. You know what I'm getting at? Period PMS. Hey everyone, it's Carrie, your tushy enthusiast and your better booty advocate, and in this video, you'll learn about the common symptoms of premenstrual syndrome, aka PMS, and a few tips and tricks on how to alleviate your period discomfort. Look, I even wore my red glasses for this period chat. Picture this. You're having a great day, you're kicking ass, and then suddenly, out of the blue, you're completely overcome with emotion. And then somehow you end up on the couch, simultaneously crying and eating a pint of ice cream and watching a sad movie that you know is gonna make you even more sad, but you just can't stop watching. And then all the while, you're experiencing some of the most unimaginable cramps of your life. So this was me last week and once a month. Thank you, PMS, for always keeping life so interesting. So on the Tushy channel, we actually just posted a video covering the basics of periods, why it happens and what's normal. And in that video, I actually go over what periods are and why they happen, so definitely check it out if you need a refresher. But today, I'll be going over the PMS symptoms and what we can do to alleviate some of this pain and discomfort. If you have PMS remedies that have worked for you, please share them in the comments below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Every single week we post new videos on gut, butt, poop health, and all things tushy. And yes, we're that channel that talks about taboo topics like poops and periods. So make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every single time we post new videos. PMS stands for Premenstrual Syndrome, and it's the emotional and physical symptoms that you may feel right before or during your period. So PMS is caused by the hormonal changes that your body goes through during your menstrual cycle. And it's different for everybody because everybody is unique. Some people may experience intense mood fluctuations and no physical symptoms at all, while other people may experience the complete opposite. And there are a very lucky few who experience little to no symptoms at all. Where do you fall into this? I'm only diving into the details of a few of the most common symptoms today, so here is a list of the most common symptoms, and you can actually pause the video here if you just wanted to look for a few more seconds. The first and a very common PMS symptom is breast tenderness. So your breasts might feel a little tender before or during your period, and this discomfort is likely due to the fluctuating hormone levels in your body. So as you may know, your hormones rise and fall during a normal menstrual cycle, and estrogen and progesterone being two of them. So estrogen causes your breast ducts to enlarge, and progesterone production causes your milk glands to swell. So you can thank those two hormones for our tender breasts. So how can we ease the pain and make our breasts feel better? The first one might be pretty obvious. Taking some acetaminophen or ibuprofen can actually help alleviate some of the breast pain. Makes sense. All right, so I have another and not so obvious tip, and you may not like it. Caffeine, alcohol, and foods that are high in fat and salt can actually increase your breast discomfort. And I don't know about you, this is a real bummer because I love greasy foods when I'm on my period. But by reducing or even eliminating caffeine, alcohol, fatty, and salty foods from your diet just like a week or two before your period, your breasts may actually feel a lot better, and this change in diet can even help prevent your breast symptoms altogether. Now on to the next PMS symptom. You know them, you hate them, they are your period cramps. So cramps are a normal part of periods, and they're caused by the uterine contractions that push out your uterine lining. So cramps, they usually start between a day or two before your flow and last for 2 to 4 days. So similar to breast pain, you can take acetaminophen and ibuprofen to alleviate some of these period cramps, and my personal favorites is to use a hot pad or take a relaxing bath. And also just resting your body when you're experiencing these cramps can help soothe these symptoms too. Third PMS symptom, feeling everything. Feeling depressed, sad, or anxious is very common for people before and during their periods. So is crying, even if you can't figure out what's wrong. And as you already know, menstruation and ovulation create these hormonal changes in our bodies throughout the month. And these fluctuations have a lot to do with why our emotions may feel chaotic for weeks before our period. And feeling everything and emotional is a very common symptom of PMS. One of the main reasons that many of us feel blue during this time is due to low serotonin levels in the body. So why are our serotonin levels low? Well, many experts believe that the drop in estrogen and progesterone after ovulation is the trigger. These hormones reduce the production of serotonin, which is a chemical neurotransmitter. So serotonin helps regulate your mood, your sleep, and your appetite. And so a decrease of this happy chemical may be why so many of us feel like a hot mess before and during our periods. And while we may not be able to stop ourselves from feeling angry, sad, depressed, or any of the many emotions that come with PMS, we can remember to be kind to ourselves during this time and give give ourselves some grace. If mood swings or unhappy emotions are very common for you every single month, how can you prepare for it? What small things can you do for yourself to make this time a little easier? Maybe cleaning up your space, lighting some candles, or listening to some calming music. Maybe just allowing yourself to feel, to cry, whatever it is. It's important to identify what feels healing for you. And if you have something that you have found to be helpful, please share it in the comments so others can know too. On to number 4, heavy flow and the mess that comes with it. So a normal period sheds between 5 to 80 milliliters of menstrual fluid, and that's about 2 to 6 tablespoons. So people who are in the upper 5 to 6 tablespoons are actually considered to have heavy menstrual bleeding. Heavy menstrual bleeding is considered healthy and normal, and most often people experience this heavier flow towards the beginning of their period and then a lighter flow towards the end. And noticing blood clots or clumps, especially on the heaviest days, is also super normal. But if you do think that you're bleeding too much or too long, you should measure how much you're bleeding. It's important to know because if you're bleeding too much, this could cause anemia. One way to measure how much blood you're producing on your period is with a menstrual cup. So a menstrual cup is a small, flexible cup made of either silicone or latex rubber. So instead of absorbing your flow like a tampon or pad, it catches it and it collects it. While this is a really great sustainable alternative to pads and tampons and other more wasteful products, it can be a bit of a mess. And this, my friends, is where the TUSHY Bidet comes in. All right, so there's no getting around it. Periods can get really messy. During our menstruation, all that blood, vaginal mucus, and degenerated endometrial lining can feel really swampy as it's coming out of us. And when this menstrual fluid actually comes in contact with the bacteria in the air, it begins to decompose, and at times it can create quite a strong odor. And while the TUSHY Bidet is intended to clean your butthole after you poop with a fresh stream of water, it's also a vagina saver during our periods. So the gentle cleansing water from the TUSHY can rinse your private parts and remove any odor and just leave you feeling confident and clean during that time of the month. So TUSHY offers 2 types of bidets, the TUSHY Classic and the TUSHY Spa. And for periods, I actually recommend the TUSHY Spa because it gives you the option to rinse with warm water. And during that time of the month, it can feel extra sensitive down there, so the warm water is just extra soothing. And one more thing, the TUSHY Bidet is a lifesaver when it comes to period poops. So if you want to learn more about period poops and why we get them, we have a video on that and it's linked in the description below. So the TUSHY Bidet is just great for hygiene, overall booty and vaginal health, and living a more sustainable and less wasteful life. And you can get your very own TUSHY Bidet at hellotushy.com/vlog, or just check out the links in the description below. Oh, and also you can get this cute little t-shirt on the website as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any of the poop scoop. We post videos every single week about guts, butts, poop, bathroom sustainability, and all things tushy. And also, we're the channel that covers taboo topics which most people are too shy to talk about. And one last thing, I want to invite you all into our community hosted on Facebook groups. It's called the TUSHY Movement. Gut feelings, bidet life, and butt stuff. We're a collective of pooping humans from all around the world that have gathered in this group to share our advice, our stories, and our experiences around guts, butts, poop, and of course, sharing our humor as well. So this group is quite unique, and I promise that you will not find another group like this on the internet. You can join with the link in the description below, and I hope to see you in there. Well, that's all for me today, so happy pooping, everyone. I'll see you next time.